Tom.
I had to meet Sarah off the rip. Tugboat Dispatch, episode 17, week 1 of the NFL season is in the books. Disappointing Patriots game, we'll get into all of that. Red Sox 3-3 on their road trip, but most importantly, our unapologetic queen, Sara, is back this week. She was at her big girl job last week. She was able to find time for us in her schedule this week. We're super happy to have her back. And Sara, today, when we went through the rundown, behind the scenes stuff, nobody ever responds to when I say, hey, the rundown's done. I get silence, and Sara goes, I would like to complain at the very start of the episode. So, Sara, the floor is yours. Complain as much as you would like now. I do want to let everybody know this is a new and improved PG-13, Sara, we're supposed to be dealing with here. So we'll see how far that goes.
If I get mad, it's not going to go very far. Also, I haven't sworn since 7 a.m., so it's been building up. Fantasy football. Millions of Americans do it every year. Your boyfriend, your wife, your sister, your brother, your husband, your whatever, are the coach of their own fantasy team for 16 weeks. And I drafted a damn good team this year, and I still lost.
That's how fantasy football works.
Travis fucking Kelce.
Whoa, that ended quickly.
Who? Shut up.
90 seconds.
Who dislocates their own teammate's shoulder? You have to be stupid to do that. Stupid. There's another word I want to use, but I'm not going to use it.
Growth.
Because of him, I got 0 points from Xavier Worthy. 0. And I couldn't
out
take
4 to
him
6.
out. And I couldn't take him out. Shut up. He practiced today.
Oh, he did. Good for him.
He did. He participated. I don't know if it was a full practice or what it was, but that's sunshine for me. Trey McLaurin, whatever his name is, got me 4.5 points. And you just went on this whole rampage on how you deserve more from the Commanders because you do so much for the team. You take so much from them. You do so well, blah, 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 blah. 4 points. I could score more points than him. And then George Kittle. Oh, Georgie.
That one was tough.
George Kittle.
At least George Kittle put up points.
I was just going to say, I'm not as mad as at you because you got me 12.5 points before you got hurt, but you're out for 4 to 6 weeks for a hamstring. I was a dancer. Do you know how many times a year I pulled my hamstring and how many times I complained about it? Never. And I'm just going to say it right now. I think dance is harder than football. Do better. And all I'm going to say is, Derrick Henry, God bless you. I love you. You're a saint. Thank you for...
I knew he was going to come back around somehow.
You're the only reason I didn't go out shamefully. But still, it's ridiculous. Oh, and Joe Burrow? Trevor Lawrence got more points than you.
Yeah, bad week for the Bengals.
Trevor Lawrence.
No, that's like the tradition, though, is that the Bengals will always do horrible in week 1, and then they'll just somehow pop off for the rest of the season.
Okay, well, no one told me that. No one told me.
Well, the good news is, Sara, it's only week 1. You still got 15 more weeks. You still got 15 more weeks to figure it out. It's a long, long season.
And the Jaguars also play the Bengals this week. Imagine if the Jaguars win, but then the Bengals put up a ton of points. Would that make you happy?
Well, my quarterbacks are Joe Burrow and Trevor Lawrence, so I don't really.
Well, you can only play one unless you're in a super flex.
It's gonna be Joe Burrow. Trevor, I love you dearly, and that's why you're on my team, but I'm not playing you unless I have to.
And the Bengals have a bye at some point. You'll have to play them. I'm glad we let you get that out, though.
Thank you. Because
that made my day.
I can't rant at school.
Yeah,
no one watches football. At least I don't think anyone watches football. And if they do, they don't watch football like I do.
No. Speaking of football and watching, that was an ugly Patriots game we had to watch. They lose to the Raiders home opener, season opener, 20-13. Just an ugly, ugly game. Josh, great job with the TikTok after the game. You're still a few late on the graphics, but I think we've given up hope on those at this point. So it is what it is. But really good job with the video on the Instagram afterwards. And I think you hit the nail on the head, Josh, in the video, which is this is a rebuilding and a developing team still. Drake Maye has played 30-something college games. I think he's started and finished 14 NFL games. He's 22, 23 years old. This is Mike Vrabel's first year as the Patriots head coach. First time Josh McDaniels getting his teeth in on Drake Maye to help develop that system and that scheme with that offense right there. Travion's first season, Kayshon Boutte really had a great game. He was the only bright spot on the offensive end. But on the left side of your offensive line, you're starting two rookies. So I think you hit the nail on the head, Josh, in that video. Let's summarize it, is that we all were way too high on this team going into the season.
My point wasn't even everyone was like high on this team coming into this game. I'm saying people are high on this team in general. Like in the start of that video, I say that people are have this team going 10-6, no 10-7, 11-6, like double digit positive records. I'm gonna adjust my camera real quick.
I'm okay with it. I stand by it.
I just simply don't think we're that good of a team. I don't think we're a double-digit win team this season because, yeah, we made moves, but there's also a lot of questions with those moves. How is Drake Maye going to work with Mike Vrabel? How is Stephon Diggs going to play against this injury? How is the defense going to adjust now that Christian Gonzalez is out? And then obviously rookies are rookies, and so you have to question which rookie is going to play well. So it's, when I look at the Raiders, I was like, the Raiders we know can be good because they were good. They improved because we've seen Geno Smith, Brock Bowers, Max Crosby. The only questionable guy was Ashton Genty, in my opinion. And also Pete Carroll is the head coach. And Geno Smith. So there you go. And then, so coming into this game, I just, like, we knew that the Raiders could be good. We were questioning if the Patriots could be good. And I'm questioning that for the entire season.
I think a common theme for the Patriots these last couple of years is that they look decent in preseason and we get excited. And then they come out and they play like they have no idea what they're doing. Because that's kind of what it looks like this weekend. And I'm going to, you guys, I know you love him. I know that he's your franchise quarterback and you will do anything to please him.
Oh, he played horrible.
Thank you. Drake Maye, I don't see it anymore. There's no hope left for me.
There's still hope for me, but I will admit he did not have a good game. But I'm not giving up hope yet. I'm still holding on to that.
It's way too early to give up hope on Drake Maye, which has been such a common discourse, I feel, throughout the city when people talk about this is Drake Maye still the guy that we believe in? And my response to that is going to be, he's played 15 games in the NFL. This is his first game. Peyton Manning in his first 15 games in the NFL still has the interception record for rookies and is one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time in NFL history. And you can't deny that about Peyton Manning. They gave him time to develop.
He's the greatest, but I guess he would be like top 4, top 5.
Yeah, he's top 5. Yeah, he's a top 5 QB in the NFL, hands down, no questions asked. Whether you want to put him in that top 5 is up to you, but that's not the conversation we're getting into right now. But he was given time to develop. Yeah. You have to give Maye time to develop. He's under a brand new head coach, a brand new offensive coordinator, a brand new offensive scheme.
I'm going to kind of play devil's advocate for my own comment. But I think part of the problem is that we have not had stability in New England since Belichick and Brady left. There's been no stability whatsoever. And I don't, like, if you think about it, like, when you have a newborn baby, you need stability. You need routine. You need familiar, like, something that's familiar to them. And every season, Drake Maye is coming in, new head coach, new offensive line, new offensive coach, defensive coach, new almost everything every season. So he's walking into a room with strangers who don't know him and he doesn't know them. How can that be mentally good for someone? Because I think Drake Maye has some mental blocks going on, and that's why he's hanging in the pocket too long or he's dipping out too early. And he's just not getting the ball off.
I'm very glad you bring up the mental blocks, because if you watch the game, it looks like he would go through his first read, look for a second, and then his instinct would be to scramble. But then it seemed like the coaching was, or McDaniels was telling him and Vrabel was telling him, don't scramble, stay in the pocket. So then he would kind of step out, step in, and just kind of be stagnant in an awkward spot where he was trying to run but not trying to run, and then he would just kind of go down or get rid of it or force a play. I didn't think he was terrible. I wouldn't say he was great. I would say he was very, very, very average in that game, and even a little below average. But again, I'm not worried about Drake Maye right now. He is still developing. He still hasn't played a full entire season in the NFL with the amount of games he's played as a starting quarterback. He has new weapons. His connection with Kayshon Boutte was the lone bright spot on the offense on Sunday. And besides that, Will Campbell besides the 2 false starts and the strip sack he allowed, I didn't think he was that bad. I thought he was pretty solid in the first half, and then as they teetered off throughout the game, third and fourth, the offensive line as a whole, including Will Campbell, got progressively worse.
I think, again, it's mental. That was his first ever like real NFL game. Like that's nerve-wracking. So yeah, he made a few mistakes, but so what? He'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm not worried about Campbell at
But like
all.
I don't know. I'm kind of holding out hope that if Daniel Jones plays like he did last week again this week, then maybe there's hope for Drake Maye because Daniel Jones was the worst quarterback I had ever seen in a long time when he was with the Giants.
And we'll get to the game against Miami coming up week 2 a little bit later on, but I want to stay focused on week 1. We still haven't had a chance to get together to dissect what we saw from the game. Josh, I know you were upset about the Travion Henderson carries. I think he's going to be a lot more heavily involved in the game plan this upcoming week. But what did you think about this game 1 so far? I know Sarah's complained about Drake Maye. I've had my thoughts on Maye, the coaching staff. If I were to give it a word, I think what I wrote on the rundown was they were inconsistent in every aspect of the game, and they looked sloppy were the 2 words I used.
Yeah.
I mean the whole game was an offensive issue. I think the defense holding the Raiders to 20 points is good. I think is good. Okay. I think it's okay.
He made Geno Smith look like Brett Favre.
We were missing Christian Gonzalez, and our defense was a complete blunderbuss last year. It's going to take time to adjust to that. You got to give, if you want to give May time, you got to give defense time as well.
Yeah, but I was hoping the defense would be further along, especially because Vrabel's a defensive-minded head coach, and yeah, they're missing their best player on the entire team in Gonzo, but they went out and spent a lot of money on that defense. Robert Spillane, I thought, was kind of a null factor. Hawkins was not, he had a good interception, but the first touchdown he slips on, and not Jacoby Myers, but Trey Tucker. Wide open in the end zone. Carlton Davis makes a terrible blunder on 3rd and 20 that allows the Raiders to extend a fourth quarter drive when the Patriots really needed the ball back for a chance to score. There's another guy on the defensive side of the ball. Milton Williams on the defensive line. Am I crazy? Is that his name?
For who?
Milton Williams. He didn't get a lot. The best. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. But the I'm pretty positive.
Okay.
Milton Williams on the defensive line. And then on top of that, the best defensive player in the entire game was Harold Landry, he was everywhere. He was phenomenal. Really good job getting pressure on the quarterback, which is something the Patriots were bad at last year. So super happy to see Harold Landry, who was brought in free agency. But looking at the coverage of the game, allowing Brock Bowers to get whatever he wanted, essentially, until he got injured, and allowing a lot of balls over the top to Myers, Tucker, Deontay, whatever the hell his last name is. Thornton maybe might be his last name.
I think so.
I don't know. Yes, that guy. You look at it and I think...
Thornton Jr.?
Yes, that guy.
Yeah.
I watched that and I thought, this team couldn't use Jabril Peppers. This team was trying to trade Kyle Duggar. You couldn't find a spot for... Duggar's still on the team. They couldn't... I don't even think I saw him on the field. But I'm also not taking notes of how many times Kyle Duggar's on the field defensively. So I was upset about that defensively. But yes, I think they still have time to grow as well, Josh. It's only week 1. They're still figuring out an identity as a team.
I also just think they gave up on the run game.
They
just gave up on the run game. They gave Henderson 5, Stevenson I think 6 or 7, and then they gave Gibson 5.
And I think Gibson had the best run of the day, the longest run of the day.
Yeah. And so it feels like I get it. This team has Max Crosby on the team, and so obviously he's going to do a good job stopping your run. He's not going to stop your run every single play of the game, though. And so to give up on your run game and then only to go with the pass play, you're kind of giving yourself away of what you're just going to end up doing. The Raiders, the offensive coordinator for the Raiders is just going to know, all right, these
Chip
guys,
Kelly.
they're not going to run it. They're too scared to run it at this point, so we're just going to keep going with passing coverage, and we're not going to let Drake Maye do anything. And I think that ended up being a fault for Drake Maye and the wide receiver core as well, because we completely gave up on the run game. We didn't use our guys, and I get it. It's like Henderson needs time to develop. Stevenson is okay. Gibson is really just kind of a backup at most. You gotta still effing use them though. You gotta use them. It's part of your whole freaking playbook. That's how you're going to get better, is by freaking playing them.
I think part of the problem too is there's absolutely no motivation. These guys, there's no oomph. Like they seem like they don't care. And I don't know if it's because they've never been to a Super Bowl, they've never been in playoffs, but it's like there's nothing like bribing them to do better. And
I don't know if I'd say they don't want to be better. I just think, I mean, if you were to say that there's no oomph with this team, I'd agree. They don't have anything to take the top off the defense, and no explosion.
Like, there's absolutely no enthusiasm. And to me, that's like, okay, we're decent. We're not horrible. I mean, maybe if we like pull our shit together, we can make wild card. No, that shouldn't be the goal. The goal should be to win the frickin' Super Bowl. And I don't see that in any of them. And I don't like that.
I mean, I think, yeah, the goal is all in pro sports is to win it all, but I think also being realistic with what their expectations should be, which is they've been an 8-win team in the last 2 years. They've won 8 total games. Their goal should be to make the playoffs first and then see what can happen there. But Josh, you touched on Henderson not getting a lot of options in the run game. I didn't love Josh McDaniels' play calling at all. Besides the fake tush push handoff, I thought it was very unimaginative. And man, I forgot how much I did not miss the 3rd and short pitch to the outside when you need 1 yard and you throw the ball 3 yards back. That play will forever drive me up a wall. I can't stand it. I am not a fan of that Josh McDaniels play at all.
I feel like it never works.
No, it never works. Just run the ball up the gut. You need 1 yard.
Literally just dive. And you have
Drake Maye coming out of college. There was a lot about Drake Maye coming out of college. His comparison was Josh Allen for the way he runs. He runs aggressive. Use him in that QB draw, play action. Hell, bring out the Colin Kaepernick read option. There's a reason that play brought them to a Super Bowl. It works. You allow his legs to be a weapon and not something, we have to train him not to use his legs. He'll develop that over time. Look at Lamar Jackson, the greatest running quarterback in the history of the NFL. He is much more of a pocket passer now than he was in his rookie year. He was leaning on his legs to help him offensively until he developed the skill to stand in the pocket, feel the pressure without even seeing it, just to recognize pressure, adjust in the pocket, and make the throws. Now, Drake Maye is not half the runner Lamar Jackson is. Nobody is. But he can still use his legs as a crutch. They don't need to be something that they need to be taught out of him by the coaching staff. And I think that's just a mistake if that's what they're going with that, saying almost, hey, you got to read the defense, you got to make the coverage at the line, you got to do this, and that. And also, you can't lean on one of your best weapons when you're out there. Nobody disagrees with me. Good. Love it. Love when I'm right. It's awesome being right.
Love when I'm right. Yeah.
You want to know who else was right?
Who else was right? Yeah, you were right.
You were wrong because you took the Patriots to win the game.
Yeah, but I had the Patriots losing to Miami, and I think they'll beat the Dolphins, which we'll get to in a few minutes.
Wait. You sports betted that the Patriots are going to win?
No, I didn't bet on them when we did our picks in July. No, I sent you the only two bets I placed this weekend, which were some anytime touchdown parlays, and I did one where it took only Sarah's guys and Mrs. Oh, I know what T. Higgins can do. I believe in him. You know what he can't do? Get his fat fucking ass in the end zone, okay? He's useless. Useless.
Damn, it just sounds like you're not right when it comes to betting.
Shut up, Josh. Buy some VC and 2K, you poor boy.
Sorry, I'm not a generate who wastes my money on virtual currency. That's what VC stands for, you dumb-wad.
To make your 2K player better. Anyways, moving on.
The last thing, financially responsible.
You don't spend your money ever.
That's why you're broke.
I'm not broke. I'm not broke at all. I'm not rich, but I'm not poor. Anyways, the last thing I want to touch upon before we move on to the Dolphins game and what we want to see from that. The wide receiver room. I have a lot of questions about the wide receiver snaps. Stephon Diggs played only like 40% of the snaps in the offensive end of the ball. Now, if that's because they're trying to slowly progress him back in, I get it. But there's also preseason for that. But the first 4 weeks of the NFL are preseason anyways, pretty much preseason now anyways, so I get that. But I don't need to see Matt Collins on the field ever again, honestly. I would so much rather see Matt Collins reps go to Kyle Williams or Efton Chisholm. So much more would rather see that than Matt Collins out there. I don't think he caught a single ball, and the only reason he moved the ball positively was because he got called for a pass interference. Or he drew a pass interference call and moved the ball up. Besides that, I don't think I need to see Matt Collins out there. I wasn't impressed at all with what I saw about Matt Collins.
So what, is he now your new Jalen Polk?
Yeah, because his name is Matt.
No, I just like him. I think he's funny.
I
That's
think he needs to
also
put
why I
his
like.
goddamn shoes on out there, too.
Is this guy your new Jalen Polk, where you're not going to look for a single positive thing about him? You're just going to trash on him every
Name
single week?
one positive thing he did. One positive thing he did. He drew a pass interference call.
He got us the first down.
Yeah, because he drew a pass interference call. That's it.
The first down.
Sarah, you could go out there and flop and draw a pass interference call. You're a dancer. You can probably do it better than he could. You could get all, like, biblical about it, like Tate McRae.
Nah, I'd run a freaking touchdown. Are you kidding me? I'm telling you.
Yeah, well, Matt Collins can't do that. I
Yes,
just don't know why Kyle Williams is not getting those reps over Matt Collins.
And bet on Matt. What the frick is his name? Matt Collins this week.
I think we should go back to what Tom was saying earlier about giving guys time. And I think we need to get
But Matt Collins is a veteran in the league.
So
He doesn't
he's
have
team and a new coaching staff. He needs to adjust.
Yeah, Mike Vrabel's a veteran. He's been a head coach before.
But that's being a veteran, not top tier wide receiver is a completely different thing than being a previous head coach and trying to develop an entire culture within a building. Two completely different things. If we're going to say, okay, this guy's going to need time to develop, I'd rather spend the time trying to see if we have something in Kyle Williams or Efton Chisholm. I would just rather see those touches go there than the Matt Collins.
Efton Chisholm was hurt last week. That's why he didn't play.
Then I would rather see the snaps go to Kyle Williams. The only wide receiver out there that I was happy with was Keyshawn Boutte. And even Pop Douglas just scored the touchdown, ended the game with negative receiving yards. So I wasn't too impressed with him either.
You were raving about Matt Collins when we were at the preseason game.
When? Yeah, I said that guy doesn't wear shoes.
Preseason game. What do you
mean? No, I was not.
Yes, you were.
When did I ever say, ooh, look at Matt Collins? I said, where's Kyle Williams and where's Javon Baker?
Javon Baker
getting frustrated and he thinks you're talking poorly about him.
Who?
My dog, Mac.
Mac, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the guy on the Patriots who doesn't like to wear shoes and socks unless he's playing football.
I don't like to wear shoes either. I understand. Leave him alone.
Whatever.
I like him.
Fine. We'll move on. We'll see what happens in week 2 with Matt Collins. I'd be very interested to see what happens down in Miami, but that's a nice pivot into
touchdown.
Yeah, okay. If he scores 8 touchdowns, I'll run around my neighborhood naked. It's not happening.
No, just buy me a Louis Vuitton bag.
Okay, he's not scoring 8 touchdowns this week.
Wait. So you'll run around your neighborhood naked, potentially causing indecency, public indecency, but you draw the line at Louis Vuitton bags.
No, I said I would buy it. It's not happening, but yeah, sure. If Matt Collins scores 8 touchdowns this week against the Dolphins, I will buy you a Louis Vuitton bag, Sarah.
Deal.
Oh, whoop-de-doo. I can't.
Let me.
I'm so excited.
Clip it, chat. Clip it. Matt Collins is scoring 8 touchdowns.
I'm so excited for this weekend.
If the Patriots get less than 5 wins, I'll become a damn Swiftie. That's so dedicated.
All right. But moving on. Anything you want to bet on, Sarah, while we're doing this? All right, that's what I thought.
I didn't bet, okay? You know that.
Friendly bet.
Nope.
I bet on McDaniels getting fired.
See, give it 3 weeks and I would entertain that. 3 weeks and I would entertain
I'm talking about Mike McDaniels.
Oh, he's going to get canned. So that's a great pivot, Josh. They play the Dolphins this week in Miami, a game I previously had them losing. But after watching the Dolphins get diced up by Danny, I can't even say that laughing. Danny Dimes diced them up and looked like freaking Peyton Manning out there.
Jesus.
What do we want to see from week 2? What do we want to see from week 2, Sarah?
Efton Chisholm and 8 touchdowns from Matt Collins.
Yo, I'm loving Sarah's mentality right now.
So I say let's not give Matt Collins as many reps so we can get him to the young guys. And what's the first thing Sarah says she wants to see this week? One of the young guys.
It was the second thing.
All right, so Sarah wants to see Efton Chisholm for this upcoming week. Josh, what do you want to see from the Pats this week?
So it's not that I want to see anything specific, but I'm the same way as you. I think I had this team losing. Actually, I have it. I had this team previously losing when we did our predictions like a month ago, 2 months ago. I'm switching it now. I'm going to take the Patriots this week when we do our picks, but it's not that I'm looking for anything specific. I'm taking this game as it's a must-win game. And the reason I say that is because if you look at the Dolphins and the Patriots, the state of their teams right now are the complete opposites, in my opinion. You have the Patriots, who are trying to be a functional team, who are trying to look all nice and neat, nice and clean. They want to be taken seriously. And then you have the Dolphins, who are completely dysfunctional right now. No one likes their head coach. It's a locker room issue. No one's taking this team seriously and they have good, skilled players, but they're a god-awful team, so you can't take it seriously right now. So I'm looking at this game as, if you are trying to be a functional team and you cannot beat a completely dysfunctional team, then, dude, I might have the Patriots only winning like 5 games this season. And then I'll become a Swiftie because of it, because I'm a man of my word.
So the one thing I want to see this week, Josh, is I want to see Drake Maye just take the top off this defense. If Danny Dimes can do it, Drake Maye should be able to do it. Run a little bit more. Use your legs. Huh?
Can I add on to that? I forgot a point. Their defense also, the Dolphins also made 2 pretty bad moves, in my opinion. Trading away Jalen Ramsey, so you're not throwing to Jalen Ramsey anymore. You're now trading to an aging Minkah Fitzpatrick. And they also got rid of Jonnu Smith, who had a great season last year. So it's like, the Dolphins are completely dysfunctional. You should be able to beat a dysfunctional team if you want to be functional.
Yeah, and the only other thing I'd say that, besides watching Drake Maye throw 8 touchdowns, anybody but Matt Collins, I'd very much like to see the defense just... They don't need to be perfect. They have good offensive weapons. Tyreek Hill is still a weapon. Jalen Waddle's still a weapon. Devon Achane is still a weapon. But they shouldn't be picked apart like they were last week by the Raiders defense. Show some fight. Yeah, the defense had some good plays. Great pressure on Geno Smith by Harold Landry. He leads the NFL in sacks right now, 2.5. Good pick by Brian Hawkins. But again, he was lacking coverage. I don't want to see Carlton Davis make those mental mistakes. And that mental mistake right there is what I want to see from the Patriots on the offense. From Drake Maye, I meant, think less. Just play football. I feel like he got out there, was thinking too much about what the coaches wanted him to do, what the reads were, all of that. Think a little bit less. Trust your instincts. Play football. You're a ball player. That's the one thing I think that separates him from Mac Jones. Well, I think a lot of things separate him from Mac Jones. I always thought Mac Jones' greatest strength was he was intelligent between the ears. Now, I'm not saying Drake Maye isn't, but I think Drake Maye has infinitely more physical talent than Mac Jones ever had. Lean on that until you can put together all the mental aspects of the game, is what I want to see from Drake Maye this week. And hopefully the Patriots get a win, which should lead us right into our predictions, Josh. So tonight, if I'm not mistaken, is Commanders versus Packers, correct? We're recording on a Thursday.
We're correct.
You're
Correct.
wrong. I'm just kidding.
So Commies Packers. Now we're gonna predict every single game. Now Sara is so superstitious that she doesn't want to pick any of the games,
It doesn't pick. Hi, bye.
and she's gonna talk to Mac instead while
She's
Josh and I pick.
occupied with Mac while we do this.
Yep.
Sorry.
So
I'm so tired.
it's fine. We're almost done. We're halfway through, Sara. All right, Josh. Commies Packers. What do you got?
This is a difficult one.
Yeah, because the Packers looked damn good.
Dude, the Packers look so good. Michael looked so good.
I mean, they put belt to ass on Lions.
Who did the Commanders play last week? Do we
The
remember?
Giants.
The Giants. And
They beat them, but yeah.
Yeah, but that was the Giants.
I'm going to
Sara from beyond the grave is making call-outs right now.
I think I'm going to take the Packers, and I'm going to take... I'll take another prediction. I'm going to take Micah Parsons to absolutely smoke Jaden Daniels one play for a sack.
So I'm also taking the Packers. We'll get to it later. Spoiler alert for sightseeing. But I think if they play ball like this, they are legitimate Super Bowl contenders, which is good because I took them in the Super Bowl. But Josh, I don't have any of the other games in front of me, so what else we got?
Boo. I love how my thing autocorrects. Whenever I type Packers, it types it Packets. And it upsets me. And then you have a very, very boring game.
What boring game?
The Giants will go to Dallas.
Give me the Cowboys. They looked really good against the Eagles.
Yeah, they did.
They look good. I think they still had faults. I'm shaky on CD Lamb, considering he had 4 drops. But
Thank
I
God
think
he's on my fantasy team.
He's on my fantasy team in a few leagues.
That sucks.
But I'm in so many leagues, it's hard to keep track of like who I have where. I still haven't figured it all out yet.
I'm taking them boys.
Yeah, I'm taking the Cowboys as well. It pains me, but they've looked really good against the Eagles. Their running game was surprisingly good with Javonte Williams, and the defense was able to slow down Jalen Hurts. Not enough, but they were able to slow him down. He didn't put up 45 points on him.
You don't want to take your boy Jameson Winston?
What the hell are you trying to say, bro?
I just said Jameson.
I was thinking Jameson is the alcohol. Jameis Winston? No, he's not playing. I won't take the Giants for a while. Well, I won't pick them unless they get rid of Russell Wilson from behind center. They're sticking with them this week. I think it's easy wraps.
Well, who's their backup?
They have Jameis Winston and Jackson Dart, the rookie.
I think they need to go with Jackson Dart.
Yeah, I think you'll see Jackson Dart in like 3 weeks. I think Brian Daboll is pushing for it because he knows his job is on the line.
Okay.
Seahawks at Pittsburgh.
Give me the Steelers, bro. Aaron Rodgers looked damn good. He looked really good against the Jets.
Speaking of the Steelers, they just picked up Jabril Peppers.
Yep, so the Patriots will see him in 2 weeks. Week and a half.
The Rams.
Who did you take there, Josh?
Oh, I took the Steelers.
Yep.
The Rams go to Tennessee.
Did they beat the Texans? I didn't watch this game.
They did beat the Texans. They beat them by 4. I think that
it was a very boring game.
13-9, I think. I'm taking the Rams though.
I'm going to take the Rams too, although I did like what I saw from Cam Ward. I thought he looked really good. His receivers did not help him out though. A lot of drops.
Which I'm kind of surprised by. I'm kind of high on Calvin Ridley this year. I'm not like Calvin Ridley Pro Bowler, but I'm like, okay. Like,
yeah, I felt the same way. I felt like their offense would be better. I still think it has a chance, but their head coach is also a dumbass.
Yeah. They don't have Mike Vrabel anymore. The Bills will be in MetLife.
The Jets, right?
Yeah, we're taking the Jets.
I mean, I'm taking the Bills, but they're playing the Jets.
I'm glad we're on the same page of taking the Jets. Okay.
No, I'm taking the Bills. That comeback from Josh Allen against the Ravens. 5 left to go in the fourth. They're down by 15, and he wheels them back, and they win. What in regulation?
Imagine winning that. Imagine being Josh Allen, winning that game. You're like, shit, gotta go home now. Oh, what's up, Haley Steinfeld?
Wait till you get to the Chargers, bro, when their game. Oh my God, you're gonna hear me go crazy, bro.
Madison Beer versus Haley Steinfeld.
Dude, Justin Herbert lost his virginity and is the greatest football player of all time. You heard it here first.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
What else we got?
I'm just gonna go with that game in person for one reason.
Bro, he literally went on a date with her while wearing a leg sleeve, and then he went on another date with her, and his offensive tackle, Joe Alt, was with him. Like that, you can't tell me that guy doesn't just live football.
If you're an NFL quarterback, I don't really like. I feel like it doesn't matter what you're wearing on a date or who you bring with. You're a freaking.
He wore his leg sleeve from practice, bro. That's aura. That is aura.
You let the girl answer that.
What's your thought?
I wouldn't care what they wear and who they bring. Because at the end of the day, yeah, they're an NFL player, but that's just their job.
You're telling me if you went on a date with Trevor Lawrence and he wore a leg sleeve, you still wouldn't be happy?
No, I'd freaking tell him to go change.
It wasn't like he was wearing a bun. He just had it was aura. It was aura. You don't get it, Sarah. You don't get it.
That's like up to me. When I texted Tom, I was like joking with Tom, I think yesterday. Or was that text yesterday?
Which text are we talking about?
Trade proposal I had, or was it 2 days ago? The fake trade proposal. I like made a fake fantasy trade. I was like,
but yeah, and you're like, I'll give you this and Olivia Rodrigo.
I was like, you give me Jahmyr Gibbs. I'll give you like Dante Thornton Jr., like some 2K playing time later, and a date with Olivia Rodrigo. And he's like, I would never give up my team for a date with Olivia Rodrigo.
I respect fantasy football too much to trade outside influences.
I'm
the opposite. I'm the opposite. I texted Tom. I was like, dude, if Sabrina Carpenter came knocking on my door, I was like, it's your fantasy team or me, dude. Fantasy team out the door.
All right. What do we? I don't even know what game. What game did we just pick? The Bills.
Bills at Jets.
Yeah. What do we got after that?
Patriots at the Dolphins.
Taking the Patriots, but this game's gonna suck. I feel. It's just gonna suck.
Let me ask you a real quick question. Obviously, we're hoping the offense takes a very big step up. So if this is a low-scoring game and we still lose, I'm gonna be very upset.
I'll be so mad.
What would your reaction be if this was a shootout? Like, I'm talking, we get 30 points for the first time in God knows how long. What
I'd
if
be
this
so
goes
happy.
out, but we still lose? We still lose.
I'd be upset, but the fact that the fact that the defense can put up, like the offense can put up, let's say they put up like 35 points. You know how refreshing that would be as a Patriots fan? They haven't put up 35 points in forever.
That's how I'm looking at it. I'll still be upset that I essentially just lost the football game, but I'm like, we scored 30 effing points, bro. Like,
Yeah.
hold on.
When they get in the shootout, they can still compete. But yeah, I'm going with the Patriots.
Sara's highlight game this week, the Jaguars go to Cincinnati.
I took the Jags last week against the Panthers and they won, but I'm taking the Bengals this week.
I'm also taking the Bengals.
They lose week 1 in a bad game typically, but they won, so I think they're going to be fine.
Hey man, they almost lost to the Browns. They won that game by 1 point.
Pathetic. Just Joe Flacco's a dog. I'm going to miss Joe Flacco when he's gone. Even though he's just a Hall of Fame bum, I'm going to miss Joe when he retires.
Defense is just ass, man.
Yeah.
Ass. The 49ers go to New Orleans.
So this is going to be Mac Jones versus Spencer Rattler.
Bro, give me Mac Jones.
Yeah, give me Mac.
Like, people say Brock Purdy's a system quarterback, and if you think that putting in Mac Jones is going to be an issue, if you're saying that Brock Purdy's a system quarterback, you shouldn't have an issue with this game still.
So I am tempted to take the Saints a little bit here just because I genuinely am, because they very well could have won that game against the Cardinals if they didn't drop the ball in the end zone. But I feel like the Niners are just too good of a team. I got to take the Niners. They're just too well-rounded of a team.
Dude, Christian McCaffrey has a calf injury, and the team was like, nah, fuck that shit. You're playing.
Yeah, but I'll still take the Niners, even though I'm skeptical.
Make him play.
Ricky Pearsall is going to catch like 80 balls that game. It's going to be awesome.
I'm telling you this now. We're very boring this week, Tom. You and I have not agreed.
It's a bad slate, low-key.
The Browns go to Baltimore.
I mean, come on. What else we got?
The Bears go to Detroit.
Lions get right against the Bears.
I'm taking the Lions. I low-key like an interesting game.
Yeah.
I think it's low-key interesting. Like, I'm not saying it's going to be like a Ravens-Bills type thing.
Is it in Detroit?
It's in Detroit.
Yeah, so Ben Johnson coming home. That'll be interesting.
Sorry, I gotta type it. Broncos go to Indianapolis to play against Danny Dimes coming off a big win. So you're going to take him now? No,
I'm not, but I'm thinking about it. I'm going to take the Broncos because I did not like what I saw from Bo Nix in that game at all. But I just can't take Danny Dimes. I can't bring myself to take Danny Dimes. I can't do it.
We agree once again. The Panthers go to Arizona.
Give me the Cardinals. Bryce Young looked like he looked terrible.
He did, and I'm low-key sad about it. I really want this team to do good. Eagles go to Kansas City for a Super Bowl rematch.
Chiefs, they get there. Is this the Sunday Night Football game?
No. No.
That's not prime time?
Wow. But I'm taking the Chiefs. They get right. I don't see Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs being 0-2. I just don't see it.
I do.
I'm gonna chime in here. I'm taking the Eagles.
Sara picking against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs. Who would have thought?
She's too upset at Kelsey. Falcons go to Minnesota. Finish this real quick. 3 more.
Falcons.
Minnesota. I'm taking the Vikings.
I can't stand JJ McCarthy. I hate that. He drives me up a wall. I can't stand you. I'm sure he's a great guy, but I can't stand him.
Why?
Who?
What's your problem?
Something about him just pisses me off.
You piss me off.
And I like Michael Penis Jr. a lot.
Shut the hell up. The Bucks go to Houston.
Bucks.
CJ Stroud might be washed, bro. He might be washed. He looks terrible.
That by the way is Sunday Night Football.
Seriously?
Yeah.
I can't believe they would.
And then ready for Monday Night Football, the
God.
Chargers with Justin Herbert, my boy Lad McConkey, and Madison Beer head to Vegas, baby.
Oh,
They're gonna get hitched. Give me Justin Herbert. Madison Beer's gonna propose after the game.
Feed me Lad McConkey.
Shut up the chart. You know what? They conquered a demon. They're legit this year. They conquered a demon in Brazil, okay? Because what have the Chargers historically been doing in all of these games, way before Justin Herbert was here, before Phillip Rivers, they would choke close games. And what do? They won a close football game. When it came down to it, Justin Herbert rolled out of the pocket, he stepped up, and he ran for the first down and had the most aura-infilled slide in NFL history. Give me the Chargers. They are legit. Jim Harbaugh wins everywhere he goes. Justin Herbert, dating Madison Beer, is a different animal. I'm so high on the Chargers right now. I don't know what is her song, like Reckless or something? I don't know. But he's legit. Yeah.
I don't know.
That's it. Pretty boring week for us. Only 2 differences.
Yep. Still plenty of time, though. Do you have the current score? Who's winning based off last week?
It's 13-9, you.
Cheers. All right. Again, the loser has to buy the other 6-pack of the loser's choice. I don't drink, so Josh will have fun when he tries to pick me.
No, oh, wait, no, it is the loser's choice.
Loser's choice. Last year I lost by 1 and bought Josh some Dos Escapes, which is now one of his favorite beers.
Most interesting man in the world.
We'll be doing this every single week. Sarah will chime in from here and there, but again, she is too superstitious to actually pick teams, which is fine. That's her personal choice. We're not going to push anybody here to do anything they don't want to do. But real quick, before we get out of here, we got 2 more things to get to. It's time to sightsee. And if you're unfamiliar with what we do during sightseeing, we look around the NFL slate and we each pick a team we would stop and watch that game and a game we would not stop and we keep driving past for that. So Sarah, it's been a while since we've heard you speak. What team are you stopping to see this week?
You might not be surprised by this, but the Jags-Bengals game.
So it is a good game. I mean, Trevor Lawrence dropped, 33 points from the Panthers last week. Bengals looked bad. But we should keep track of how many times you picked the Jaguars throughout the season, because I'm taking over like 8.5.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I think it's just going to be fun. I don't know the last time they played each other.
4 years ago, probably.
Probably. And I think this is the first time that Trevor Lawrence is going to be playing against T. Higgins since they played with each other in Clemson. So, I don't know. I'm just excited to see a little Clemson reunion with him, T. Higgins, and Travis Etienne. And then I feel like also this could be a very evenly matched game and one of the more entertaining games of the weekend. If they don't play like dog shit.
Yeah, if the Bengals play like they did last week, this should be a shootout. It really should be a shootout.
And that's really what I look for in a game. I just want something that's an even match. They're going to be going toe to toe, whether it's they score on every what am I trying to think of? Every
possession.
Drive.
Yes, drive. Sorry. Every possession, every drive, whatever. I'm just looking for something that's going to be like a good game back and forth.
Yeah, fun to watch, exciting.
Yeah. Plus, I love Trevor.
Yeah, well, you got to throw that in there. Josh, who are you stopping to see this week?
I thought you said, wait, stopping to see or not stopping?
Who are you stopping to see? What game are you stopping to see?
Who am I stopping to see? I am parking. Well, it's not going to be in this city, but I am parking my car straight for the Chargers, baby.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Go to Vegas.
I'm liking the Chargers, baby.
That's right.
Obviously, because of a few, bias reasons, they got one of my favorite players in Ladd McConkey on their team, but they also just beat the Kansas City Chiefs, which I'm not high on, but also high on because it is the Chiefs, where you can always say the narrative like, oh, we don't have any receivers, but we still managed to make the Super Bowl. So even though they're like an aging team with no wide receivers, they still will manage to somehow do it, I bet. And so the Chargers are kind of like this hero right now. We just beat the Chiefs guys in Brazil, by the way, in Brazil. And so I'm very excited.
It's not like the Chargers have home field advantage anyways when they're home. Nobody gives a shit about the Chargers.
But I know it's against the Raiders this week, so I mean, I think it's an easy Chargers win. But I'm very excited to see more Chargers action this year.
Yeah, and they've just upgraded from that stupid Chargers fan to Madison Beer.
Quentin Johnson? Oh my
God.
And
maybe he can only catch balls south of the equator.
Oh my God. It's the gravity.
He can't catch the balls in North America. He's got to go to South America to catch a football.
Don't say that because I just picked him up. I don't know what to do.
It's I'm stopping to see the Packers tonight. I think they looked incredible against the Lions. A divisional matchup. Micah Parsons is a world record. He's a record down there, game changer down there. And if this is how they play all serious, they are They are serious Super Bowl contenders. And a game against the Commies tonight could very well be an NFC Championship preview. So I'm looking forward to that game a lot. And I'm high on the Packers right now. They looked really good against the Lions, which is a team I was a huge fan of. But going back the other way now, teams we would not stop to see at all. Tickets free, still not going to the game. Sarah, which game do you have?
Skip me. I need a thing.
You start. Let's do it like a snake draft. You start.
Yeah, I'll do it today. I'm not stopping to watch the Dolphins play this weekend. They lost to Danny Dimes and the Colts. That is an embarrassment. This is the team. I had the Colts last week as a team I would not stop to watch. And Danny Dimes looked like prime Peyton Manning, and I think this Pats game is going to be ugly for both teams. I'm not stopping to watch the Dolphins. I cannot wait. Well, I feel bad saying this because I feel bad like rooting for a guy to get fired, but I'm just not a Mike McDaniels fan. I think he's this quirky loser in Miami, wants to be Miami Vice, and he's a loser nerd stat guy that I'm just not a fan of.
I'm not a big fan of him either. I was also going to say the Dolphins, but then I saw you picked them. But then I also said to myself, I was like, if I don't pick the Dolphins, does that mean I'm not picking the Patriots too?
Mm-hmm.
Like, am I not watching the Patriots? But does that technically mean that?
Yes.
Okay.
So Tom's a fake fan.
Fake fan. When I watch my Chargers game this week, and I'm on my drive home back all the way to Massachusetts from LA, my car will be going straight through and not stopping in Carolina because I am damn well not seeing the Panthers this week after the disappointment they gave me last week.
Mm.
I'm not seeing it. I was so high on them this year. I was so high on them at the end of last year, and then this week I was like,
damn,
man. You don't deserve my attendance this week. Prove me wrong, and you may see me next week. But right now, no, you don't get me.
Fair. They broke your heart. You're not going to spend the money on the ticket. Sarah, close us out.
This is like a horrible first date.
I'm gonna say Rams Titans because I truly don't give a shit about either of those teams.
Love it.
Hey, and that logic works perfectly fine for this segment. Another edition of Sightseeing. We do it every single week. Teams that we don't want to see and teams that we do want to see. Before we get out of here, we're going to play Josh's Madden game again and try to explain it to Sarah because she has not figured this out yet in the group chat. It's the funniest thing ever. So, Josh, take it away.
Good game.
Sarah, do you understand how Madden ratings work?
No, I don't play Madden.
Do you know what Madden is?
Yeah, it's the football video game.
And you know that every player in the game has an overall.
Yeah, no, I don't know anything about it.
So every player in the game has an overall.
This is why I picked it, because none of us play Madden, and so that's the point of this game. None of us know this. So the overalls go from 60 to 99. The better you are, the better your overall is. So if
the
we look
higher
at
your number.
Okay.
Yeah. So Jamar Chase, for example, is a 99 overall because he's one of the best wide receivers. But if we look at like Krosky Merritt, the running back for the Commanders right now, he's a 67 overall because he sucks.
Mm.
And so, like, here, I'll show you last week's. This is last week's that I gave Tom that I'll share real quick.
I thought we were going to have to, like, guess who the person was on the cover of Madden. I'm like, yeah, I can't do that.
This is just the team. So this is the one I gave Tom last week. And so, obviously, I'll give you the quarterback, the 3 wide receivers, the tight end, and the running back. And just by these ratings, you have to tell me what team do you think this is.
Oh, those are ratings, not jersey numbers. Okay.
Yeah, these are the ratings of the players. And so I gave Tom this one last week. And Tom immediately jumped the gun and said it was the Houston Texans. It was not the Houston Texans.
I want to say
that was a good guess.
I don't know. The Chiefs?
Do you want it? No. It was the Washington Commanders.
Who's their wide receiver?
Terry McLaurin, the one you hate right now.
Fantasy football guy.
I just put him on my bench.
And so I told Tom this last week, and Tom kind of decided for the two of you if you want to work together on this or play against each other. And Tom said he wanted to play against you, so you're on your own.
Yeah, and friendly competition.
I have this week's right now. And so here's my recommendation. Don't be like Tom last week and immediately jump the gun. Go through every team. That's my recommendation. So here is your guys' team.
So is it based off of last year or current?
Current, right now. This is via the Madden ratings for the latest game that came out and the depth charts that the official team has put out. So here you go. Here's your team.
So the wide receiver 2 is listed as a higher overall than the wide receiver 1.
Yeah. And that's not me putting them where I want them. That is the depth chart saying that that guy is the wide receiver 2 of the team.
All right. So an 88 overall quarterback. So if Jaden Daniels was an 85 last year.
Talking.
We got to fill this dead air somehow.
Yeah, I can't have there be. I can't. It's a. So I think I'm thinking out loud. So you got to think of somebody. It's got to be someone that's better than Jaden Daniels. The wide receiver 2 being the 90 overall is confusing.
Sarah's thinking.
Sarah's got her answer. All right, so I think of teams that have 90 overall wide. So quarterback better than Jaden Daniels. That would be in Madden like that. But an 88.
I mean, I'm shocked you're immediately going for the quarterback. I immediately start looking at wide receivers.
Well, yeah, you think about wide receivers that have, 2 dominant wide receivers. You have Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, but Jamar Chase is a 99, so it can't be the Bengals. Tyreek Hill, I don't think would be an 88 yet. I still think he'd be in the 90 club, and I don't think Jalen Waddle would be in the 90 club. And Tua is on an 88 overall, so it can't be Tua. I don't think Matt Stafford would still be at 88 with the Rams, because maybe you have Puka being listed as, the wide receiver 2 in an odd situation. And Kyron Williams, I think, could be, and tight end, I couldn't tell you. Not the Vikings, because J.J. McCarthy wouldn't be it. It's not going to be the Lions, because Jameson Williams is the wide receiver 2 there, and he wouldn't be a 90. And Sam Laporta would be a higher overall. I don't hate the Rams idea. Maybe Devontae Adams is still a 90. Puka Nacua isn't up there. But I couldn't tell you who their third wide receiver is at all. I think, what did I go, the Texans last week? It's not the Texans.
You said the Texans last week.
I'm trying to think of a team with like an 86 overall running back. It's not going to be the Bills. All right, so it's not going to be the Bills, Chiefs, Ravens. It's not going to be any of those three. It's not going to be the Bengals. It's not going to be the Vikings. It's not going to be the Falcons. Maybe it could be the Bucks. I don't hate the Buccaneers. Mike Evans, Chris Godwin. Is Chris Godwin on the depth chart? No, he's on the injury report, right? He wouldn't be on the depth chart, right?
Last year.
So he wouldn't be on the depth chart. It's not going to be the Niners. CMC would be a higher overall. It's not going to be the Eagles or the Packers. I think the Rams might be my best guess. I don't know, Sarah. What are you thinking?
I'm still thinking. I don't like this. It hurts my brain.
That's the point. It's entertaining.
I don't like games like this.
Actually pull up like so I can look at all the teams. Not gonna be the Cowboys. Won't be the Giants. Not the Bears. Yeah. Not the Chargers. I don't have 2 wide receivers like that.
Do you still want the graphic up, or can I take it down?
You can take it down. You can keep it up.
Okay.
I have a horrible memory.
Yeah, so I'm leaning either Rams or Bucks. I'm gonna go with the Rams as my final answer. I think. I just think in a weird world it would be like that.
Sarah, do you have a final answer?
Has no idea. Not a clue in the world.
I'm either debating between the Rams and the Buccaneers. Because I think in an odd world with like an injury, like Chris Godwin, you could say is better than Mike Evans. And then you have Mega Ibuka as your wide receiver 3 down there. And I couldn't even tell you who the tight end is. I think it's Cade Otton for the Buccaneers.
Cade Otton, and then you got Bucky Irving
Bucky Irving, I think, could be around an 86 overall. But 86 might be too high, so that's why I was doing Kyron Williams in the Rams of the running back. And Matt Stafford, I think, could still be an 88. Yeah, I'm talking myself into it. I'm going with the Rams because they have an odd situation with Devontae Adams down there being a 90, who's probably incredibly overrated from past matters. I'm taking the Rams.
Sarah, do we still need a minute?
Does Sarah have to guess?
You don't have to guess if you really don't want to.
I know. Oh.
Do you want to know what it is?
Yeah.
I want to know the answer.
Nice job, Tom. This is the Los Angeles Rams.
Bang! 1 for 2 on this.
So yeah, that 90 overall, that's Devontae Adams. That's why they have him ranked higher. And then that
Who the hell is their wide receiver 3?
Tutu Atwell.
Yeah, I wouldn't have guessed that.
And then that tight end is Tyler Higbee.
Is it still Tyler Higbee? All right. Good one this week, Josh. I got you. I think moving forward, we'll do Sarah and I versus you in this game. So Sarah and I can collaborate together. I think that might be the best way to work.
I don't understand this game.
Yeah.
So do you two want to work together and then you just try to like beat the dealer? Is that how you want to
Yeah, that's how we'll do it. Is we'll kind of collaborate back and forth with ideas.
All right, well then I'm going to charge you for last week. So our record at the moment is 1-1. You lost last week.
Well, I'll do 1 for 2.
You're 1 for 2, 1-1.
Yeah, 1 loss, 1 win, 1 loss. Good game, Josh. I like it a lot. I think it's great for social media. But hurts Sarah's brain. Sara came in so fired up.
I do like it.
I gotta think of something though. If I give you a 99 overall player, like what do I do? Do I not even go into that realm?
I mean, it's
Maybe
your
I do.
choice. You have 32 teams to pick from in 16 weeks is the NFL
You
season.
better give me a Jags one.
I'm not. I'll tell you this. I'm not gonna give them next week. I gotta wait for it. I gotta wait.
I meant at some point, just at some point.
We'll see. I got 17 more weeks, so that's 17
And he
more.
can't reuse a team.
I can't reuse the team, so you'll never have the Commanders and you'll never have the Rams again.
Sure,
I don't know. Maybe I'll give you an XFL team.
No.
Maybe I'll go into the all-time realm.
Please no.
Maybe we'll do it all the time at some point
This
in time.
team is actually the 1995 St. Louis Rams.
Jesus Christ, that would my brain.
And that's going to do it for this week's episode. Duck Boat Dispatch, episode 17. We got our picks in. We got our reactions to week 1, what we want from week 2 of the NFL season, especially with the New England Patriots, what we're hoping to see. Just please, Drake Maye, silence the doubters for a week. It'd be awesome so I don't have to listen to that the entire week about Drake Maye is not the guy. Make sure you subscribe on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram at the Duck Boat Dispatch, TikTok at the Duck Boat Dispatch. We don't have a Twitter. We don't want to make a Twitter. What's up, Sarah?
Spotify.
Or Twitter. Spotify as well. You can follow us. We're a pain to find on Spotify for some reason. So if you go to Instagram, click on the link tree. The link will bring you right to our Spotify. You can follow us there. If you want more of an audio version of the podcast, you don't want to look at our ugly mugs, that's fine. I don't take offense to it.
Did.
I think my mom's friends say I'm handsome.
Yeah, well, glad to have Sara back this week because if Sarah's my mom's favorite person on the podcast and yours, we had no listeners last week, I bet, without Sara. That's not a knock. That's not a knock on Chuck. Chuck is great.
We had Chuck.
Yeah, Chuck is great. Chuck is better than all of us combined. He is phenomenal.
Let me have my goddamn moment.
Talk to Josh.
Talk to me.
I was hyping up Sara, and then you were like, well, we had Chuck. And I'm like, I know we had Chuck. Chuck's great, but
who cares about Chuck? Who names their kid
Chuck's
Chuck?
the man. Chuck's the man.
Man,
Chuck is the
watching this one.
Chuck is great. Chuck from the whole All Nicky show. Super, super proud of Chuck. We'll get Duff on at some point. It's tough to get Duff on Thursdays because he is still a wee little boy in college and has to go to class.
On here anyway, man. You know that. Not just Thursdays.
I really don't feel like listening to him talk about anything. So just have him here on a week I can.
Well, I called him this week about it, and he goes, I can't. And I'm like, he's like, why? I was like, well, they're playing Wisconsin, and I don't feel very good about Bama this week. So he's only going to join on a week where Bama's like flying high. It'll be the only time you're going to get a Duff, I feel.
Bama's not even in the top 10 anymore, so I'm flying high.
Yeah, well, Notre Dame's in the top 10, and they're 0-1, so I don't know how those power rankings really work out.
They're in a league of their own. They're untouchable, and I don't know why that everyone thinks they're so good and why everyone loves them, because they're trash.
Yeah, they're 0-1, and they're, what are they, 8th in the power rankings, I want to say?
It was Michigan.
From 4 to 12. That pisses me off, but it's fine. We almost lost to Troy, and then we came back and
Michigan lost a game, and they were still in there. Go Michigan State. Go Spartans, baby.
Ew.
Now what's wrong with my Spartans?
You mish. That's awkward. Okay, bye.
Okay, end on that one. Team back in next week, episode 18 next week. Hopefully we're back with the Patriots win.